And yes, guys, as you walk in, please make sure you hit that money. Please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio on this Freestyle Friday. Hakeem Jordan, what's cracking like and what's cracking like and what is cracking like?
Living the dream.
Hey, feeling good, feeling great. It's the weekend, so you know it's Freestyle Friday, so we about to get it in. So let's go. Let's get it.
Okay, Jordan, I think I'm on the opposite side. I can see from my screen as for some reason I'm on the YouTube, I'm on a different side. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna log on and log back in. But before we do that, you know it's Freestyle Friday. So Jordan, what's going on in the money world? What's happening? Where is my money?
Okay, let's talk about this. Let's get to this financial. So, you know, we talked about stocks and bonds. We talked about, you know, credit cards, you know, the money stuff and everything. But for the first time, we're going to talk about bonds, you know, stocks and bonds. But we never talk about the bonds and everything. And we're really going to get a deep dive in, like, you know, get into a deep dive, you know, if people want to learn about, you know, I'll get in a bond. Let's talk about that. So other than that, Hakeem, we're going to go to Yahoo Finances. And the Yahoo Finance want to explain, you know, is it a great time you be into the bond market? So the bond market. So we're gonna check it out. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the Yahoo Finances clip like we always do, and then chop it up.
Into the bond trade, we have Pete Baden. He's FN Investments Senior Portfolio Manager and co-founder of the U.S. Benchmark Series as part of this week's ETF report brought to you by Invesco QQQ. And Pete, we've seen these significant rise in yields over the past few weeks. How should investors be digesting these moves to the upside? And is now the time to buy into the bond market?
So we had a Fed who came in and they basically said, hey, we've got this under control. Inflation's, you know, well under control. We've got jobs that look like they're getting a little bit worse. We're going to change our focus from inflation to jobs. And that was all great. And we all believed the message, and they cut interest rates by 50 basis points on the overnight market rate. And we went, okay, this is great. Everything's going to be fantastic. The Fed's on the job, and we're looking at a slower economy. And then all of a sudden, we got this jobs report from September, and it was strong, really strong. And we had a couple other jobs reports, and we had retail sales come through. And all of a sudden we went, wait a minute, maybe we've got something that isn't necessarily exactly what the Fed was planning on. And so we had this move where people went, the Fed's not going to be able to cut as aggressively as they think or we think they're going to do. And so all of a sudden everybody started pulling off their bets that rates were going to go down, that we were going to start seeing lower interest rates very soon. And we started extending when that might happen, AKA echoes of higher for longer. And so we're seeing that happening. We still think there's going to be some rate cuts. And so this is still a great time to get into the bonds. We actually look at this as a second opportunity to get some of these great yields that are out there and be able to lock them in and have them in your portfolios and really generate that income that will support you going for years forward.
Now, there are a variety of fixed income strategies from investment grade bonds to high yield bonds. Can you break down the main categories there and the pros and cons of each for investors?
Absolutely. U.S. Treasury bonds are considered safe. They are great investments for times of recession, great in times of war, things like that. Then you kind of go from there into corporate bonds. And we kind of divide corporate bonds into investment grade, which are ratings that are put out by the major rating organizations, S&P, Moody's, Fitch. And those usually go from AAA all the way down to BBB, BBB minus, Ba3. And those are considered investment grade. In other words, those are companies that are highly likely to be able to pay off their debts when they come due, make all their interest payments on time, and not really have much of a chance of default. The closer you are to AAA, the better it is. You go below BBB minus, then all of a sudden you're getting into what's called not investment grade or high yield. And that goes into BB plus and then BB and all the way down to CCC and then ultimately into default. And all of those are great bonds too, but they're not really a core bond portfolio. They're just great positions to have if the economy's doing well, interest rates are coming down, and that's a positive time for high yield bonds. You don't necessarily want to be in high yield bonds if you think the economy's not going to do well, because those companies are usually the first ones to really show the pressure of a declining economy.
Now, so we have these various strategies, these various categories. Do you have specific ETFs that you're most bullish on?
Yeah, I am very bullish on the staying on the run, staying liquid. I think this is a very dynamic time in the market. And so you've got an election coming, you've got a lot of questions for the Fed at their next meeting. And we're trying to liquid, stay in the on the run US Treasuries, and then also stay with the credit. So we want to be an investment grade, and we don't mind going out to 10 years. We don't mind going out to 2 years. Those are great places to be, especially with the rates at 4.25 and even over 4% on the 2 year. And if you look at credit, you're actually adding another 80 basis points out long and another 30 or 40 basis points, even 50 basis points when you look at the 2 year. So these are great places if you want to pick up some yield. Doesn't look like we're going into a recession. That should be good for corporate bonds, and you pick up that extra yield. So we think a balanced portfolio, you're going to be longer, you're going to be higher for longer. So it's still great to be in that short space with something like 3-month US Treasury or T-bill is the investment that we have, and then be able to ladder that out and add in some duration, add in some maturities that would work better and be able to lock those yields in. So you could look at either a U10, which is the 10-year US Treasury for ours, or even Z10, which has got the great corporate credit. And that just basically stays right over that 10-year. Both of those focus on the liquid parts of the market.
All right, some great advice there. Pete Baden, FM Investments, Senior Portfolio Manager and co-founder of the US Benchmark Series. Appreciate your time.
Shout out to No Chaser, man, who's in the chat, man. We salute you.
No Chaser was good.
So yeah, so there's different type of bonds. So the bonds he was like really showing the graphs called a bonds yield, which is the annual rate of return of a bond expressed as a percentage of the bonds holder investment capital. So you can put in like a five-year bond, 10-year bond, or some companies or banks offer more than that, maybe a 15 or 20-year bond and everything. So go ahead, Kimmy. What's your take about investing in bonds?
So first off, this is not financial advice. These are just opinions. Traditionally, when you did your 3-fund portfolio or 4-fund portfolio, bonds has always been a one to do that. But as times change, there's new strategies that is. So it's always good to talk to your financial advisor to see if that's the way to go. Me personally, I stayed away from bonds. What I usually invest S&P 500. U.S. large cap, and I focus on a dividend in my portfolio. So this is what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. He did mention some things that is since the economy is not doing well and we're in inflation, and as the Feds are trying to cut to hedge on that, it shows that we're in a little bit of trouble. So sometimes bonds might not be the best to invest in. You know what I mean? He might be bullish on it. He might know a little bit more than us. You know what I mean? I stay away from bonds. I know that tradition with the old guys, you know what I mean? The baby boomers and them focused on, and they was able to reap benefits due to the generations as bonds was able to, and our economy was doing well prior before the pandemic. So it's just all based on talking to your financial advisor and tell them to see, hey, is me investing in the bonds or should I go U.S. large cap stocks? You know what I mean? And that's really it.
No, but shout out to Joshua, who's also in the building. Shout out to No Chaser, which Jonah already gave his shout out to, and also shout out to the lovely Mimi, co-host of the Shiesty Avenger, who always the first one in the building. Go ahead, Hakeem.
I say pretty brown. Shout out to you, baby.
No, but shout out to those that are watching us on Facebook, Instagram, X, Rumble, Twitch, and also Kick. Make sure you guys follow. Right now on X, guys, we got a lot of people watching us right now on X because you already know, because we getting ready to, well, you already know about the Lil Durk thing. But that's what normally we do hip hop next, but we got to shade that all the way towards the end because that is one of the biggest topics on the show. I think everybody want to know what is going on with Lil Durk, but that's towards the end, guys. So just bear with us. Like we deep dive to different variety of topics, especially when it comes to right now
Hey,
financial advice. Go ahead, Hakeem.
and everybody that's watching us from X, we appreciate y'all watching. Please subscribe to those Twitter handles. Please subscribe to those Twitter handles. We always cover good topics over here.
Yeah, and I know, but shout out to the lovely Sherry Brown. She's not here right now, but her she's going through a recovery right now. Her surgery went well, so that's good news for her. We continue to pray for her and her family that she have a speedy recovery. So Sherry Brown, we love you. We thinking about you. We had to go out there and send you some love. Now, when it comes to the aspect of bond, I think like Hakeem stated, it always goes to the old traditional value: stocks and bonds, stocks and bonds, stocks and bonds. Why? Because sometimes when you put money in the bond for a very long time, it grows a lot of interest. That's one thing. But to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't invest in bonds. That's just for my thing. But I know, like Hakeem stated, like most of the older generation, the boomers, they invest in a lot of bonds because they normally leave their money in for a very long period of time. Like if you leave your money in there for over 10 years, man, the amount of interest that money grew triple and double the amount of money you put into the bonds. But especially right now, as we in a inflation period, the bond tend to go down dramatically. But then soon the recession started to cool down, the bonds skyrocket right up. Me, I like to have more leverage. That's why I invest. For me, I invest more in stocks. And like you said, Hakeem, and also dividend stocks. That's what I do as well because I have more leverage. I can actually move it around. I don't have to leave there for a very long period of time. Take it out, put the money in something I know that's gonna make me triple or double the thing. So that's just for me. That's what I do. So, but bond for you guys that do are interested in bond, to me, the best bet is to get in a good. I know this is not financial advice, but make sure you talk to a financial advisor within a great bank that's able to help you and tell you where to put your money in an exact bond, so it can still make money even though right now we're dealing in inflationary period. So to me, if you're into stocks and bond or you're into bonds, go ahead and do it. Don't let me stop you. But just for me, I won't be. I'm not into that. I might do more research about bonds probably later in the future. But I think it's good when you're trying to build for generational wealth for your family. That's just me. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, when it comes to bonds, we have like different type of bonds. You know, we have junk bonds, we have inflationary index bonds, we have coupon bonds, and then one of the safest bonds to use is the treasury bonds, and that is issued by the central government. These bonds can consider the safest types of bonds because they do not have any credit risk and everything. So, when usually people look at bonds, the most likely they do is look at treasury bonds. For me, I've been looking at bonds here and there. I mean, maybe in the future I might invest in some type of bonds, you know, for a long term play. You know, especially maybe save up for my daughter for her when she gets older and everything. You know, maybe have something for her on the side and everything. But it's something to think about. I haven't made the final decision yet, but you know, bonds is something to think about for me to invest in the future. So, but yeah, when it comes to people who are still interested, you know, in bonds and everything, especially what the guy was talking about earlier, which was bonds yields, where you can put, you know, 5 years, 10 years, or 3 years, or sometimes, you know, 10 years above that. You know, that's really up to you if you go into like a long term play. You know, if you want to wait, you know, X amount of years till, you know, let's say you put some money in there in the bonds for 30, and you wait till you 40 to take them out and everything. And you know you might have a lot of interest towards in 10 years later and everything. So you know it's just something, you know, for you guys to think about. With another thing you can, you know, put your money into for bonds and everything. Like I said, it's not financial advice, so it's just an idea of, you know, it's not just, you know, stocks and crypto. It's also, even though bonds is kind of old school, you know, bond might be a good way you might want to invest in as well. So that's my take on that's my take on the bonds and the bonds market.
Now, that being said, sports. Jordan, what's going on in the sports world? What's
Let's
happening?
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's go into the WNBA. So a lot of people are not, as of course we know. 4 days later, the New York Liberty, they won the WNBA championship. Shout out to New York. But after that, after they won their championship, there's been news reporting about the WNBA about, you know, they want a new deal. They want to re-break their CBA deal to get a new deal. Because remember earlier this year, you know, NBA, you know, they did a brand new deal, for marketing and everything, which the NBA, WNBA players includes. And I think the CBA don't enter the next 2 or 3 years, but since they saw, how, the WNBA, the marketing has went up, surgery deals have been watched, and viewerships has been up. They think about, let's see if they can break the CBA a little earlier and make a new deal. So, NBA, WNBA players can, when they get their new contracts and everything, it's going to get paid, 200, sign a 200 million, a 3 or 4 year, $200,000 contract. Let's see if you could go maybe a $500,000 of a contract or something, or maybe, 800, 80, $80,000 type of contract and everything, because they try to get them money, quick as possibly can, since, they had a record-breaking season on the WNBA. So go ahead. I came out, played a little clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
The WNBA is more successful than ever, so of course there's going to be a strike. Caitlin Clark has done things for the league this past season previously deemed unimaginable. Arenas across the WNBA are packed, TV ratings are breaking records, and more money is flowing in than ever before. But all that success means players naturally want a bigger piece of the pie. League MVP Aja Wilson makes only $200,000 a year, which is 0.4% of the $50 million Bradley Beal makes. The WNBA just signed a $2.2 billion TV deal, so that should help get them a raise, right? Not necessarily. The ladies don't get anywhere near the 50-50 revenue split the NBA guys get, and the NBA's been funding their league for decades, so the switch won't flip right away. But WNBA players want million-dollar contracts, and the NBA's not prepared to give it to them, so this fight is inevitable. The WNBA is more successful than ever, so
I read a stat maybe last week.
Huh?
Did I freeze?
Oh no,
No.
You said my background, virtual background shut down. I don't know why I took off. CPU should be okay because I don't have a lot of things playing. But anyways, yeah, back to WNBA. So yeah, the WNBA players, they since they saw a high, a record breaking season when it comes to viewerships and jersey sales and everything, they want to break their CBA right now and get a new deal. But the thing is, I was trying to find it because I saw it maybe 2 weeks ago, but I couldn't find it. Even though the WNBA players had a record breaking season, they were still losing money in a way. And the WNBA players are not thinking about that. So I think for the NBA, telling them chill a little bit till they make more money to the revenue, and then they can get $1 million contracts. But I don't think we'll see that happen anytime soon. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take on the WNBA players? They want to break their CBA deal now and make this new CBA deal.
I think it's a great idea because remember, a lot of the WNBA players, which are the women, they keep complaining the aspect that they don't make enough money as the NBA players do, but they have to keep it in mind. The NBA been around for a very, very long time, and now that it took them a while to get where they're at the point they are now to be able to pay their players those type of money and those type of contracts. So the WNBA, remember, it's something new, something fresh. I think it came out about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to make those type of massive deals, they got to be around over 50 years. So I think the more they keep working hard, the more they keep getting these high talented female players from college and putting them into the WNBA, the more they're gonna get more exposure, more people gonna watch into it, and the more their arena's gonna be packed. But I think them doing another getting out of this contract and getting a better deal, I think it's a great idea for them because the women have been complaining for a very long time. Some of these women, when the season is over, they go overseas and play basketball and get paid more.
Yep.
Why?
Right.
Because overseas they more likely invest in a women basketball players than what they do here. If women want to make more money here, they need more support from other men as well. That's going to get them going. The problem is here, a lot of these women are investing more in the NBA because it's men, and the men also do the same thing as well. So they have to come on the same level. Hopefully one of these days they will finally come cohesive, come into one unit, and that stop them from pretty much with the money issue. So Hakeem, I do want you to know your thoughts on that as well. Go right ahead.
I'm gonna kill this right now and just to explain to people why I don't think it's a good idea and it does not make sense. So let me pull up my screen. Everybody, this is how much the NBA generates yearly, and I think there was another one that says 13 billion. Look at that. The NBA generates $13 billion. This is why you can give Jordan Peele and Jordan Beal a $50 million deal. This is why you can give our beloved Jaylen Brown $200 million. And
300 mil. Oh, 300 mil.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you. 300 million. Now, look how much the WNBA generates. 200 million. 200 million. And 200, that's how much they generate. And remember, that's not even enough to keep the league open. We subsidize them from our 13 billion. Okay. Don't blame the WNBA. Blame your fans. Your fans is not watching. They're not filling up the seats. In the NBA, we got season ticket holders. We got people who's buying 30, 40 jerseys. You know what I mean? It's a dude out there who has like every LeBron jersey. Like there has to be fan craze out there. I remember growing up buying tickets to go to the Miami Heat. Ever so often, we get a good deal, we'll go to the Heat game. Some average Americans who live in certain cities are season ticket holders. That helps with that 13 billion. And then you got your legacy. What Ron was saying, you know what I mean? The NBA been here longer. Then you got legacy teams, LA, New York Knicks, Houston Rockets, Miami Heat, especially the Knicks and the Lakers and the Clippers. They've been here so long that stars are on the court side and they're season ticket holders, box top. So they help to generate that revenue. WNBA, no disrespect, you don't have enough motion yet. You don't have motion. Get some more motion and get all the pretty girls and all the girls who might not be into basketball, get them into basketball and get them to spend the money like they spend the money on their hair, nails, and weave and Brazilian waxes and all that. Get them to spend some money. Make the girls be season ticket holders. Then we can talk about you getting the strike. Other than that, be okay with your 200K.
No, but I'm being honest. Like King. This season, this past season, because the season's over, they did generate a lot of ratings because of Clayton Carr and also on Andrew Reid. But
you're right though. But here's the thing: the sports team owners ain't recouped yet. They've been in the negative every year since they had these teams. You don't hear people buying WNBA teams left and right. Yes, I know AJ is the best player out there, but did her team recoup with all the money they had to spend to draft these players and put them up? You know what I mean? This still is a business. The WNBA teams gotta recoup. They can't pay you if your fans are not season ticket holders. You gotta fill the seats. It's simple economics. Fill the seats. Fill the freaking seats up. Girls are not coming to fill the seats. Men are not coming to WNBA games. We got the NBA to worry about. Fill the seats. Get the little girls. Get the moms. The Betty Crockers to fill the seats. That's the slogan. Fill the seats.
That was funny. You said Betty Crocker. That was funny.
Yeah.
For me, Hakeem has right. We talk about fill the seats. You know, it just can't be Caitlin Clark going to every WNBA arena and fill seats. You know, Angel Reese. She fills seats, but she had home games and everything. You know, to me, it's just like, you know, it's a slow and steady. Like Ronnie was saying, you know, it took a long time to the NBA to get there, but it's going to take a while to WNBA player get there, WNBA to get there as well. I think, you know, years where they have really struggled on marketing their players, like a Candace Parker, Sue Bird, you know, and all the, you know, legends, you know, even AJ Wilson, they struggle with her, even though she's the best player in the NBA, best player in the WNBA. You know, they haven't marketed her like they did, Caitlin Clark and everything. Now, to me, they right now how they marketed Caitlin Clark this year, they did a phenomenal job because when she was in every arena, she was filling seats up. If she was filling seats up so bad that they had to go to a different arena, a bigger arena, so they could sell more tickets and everything. So, what y'all got into Caitlin Clark of her, marketing her, she's the golden woman, the golden child. So, they're gonna try as well to market her up so they can get, sell more jerseys, sell more tickets and everything. Okay, cool, um, but if you're gonna do it with Caitlin Clark, cool, but you gotta put on this secret sauce of how you gonna market the other teams, how you gonna market the Chicago Sky, how you gonna market the LA Sparks, how you gonna market the Minnesota Lynx and everything, it's not just Caitlin Clark, which I know y'all doing, which will help a lot, and that's what WNBA did with Michael Jordan. Once Jordan came out, they started marketing individual players, and that's when they started marketing all over the internationally, and that's why people wanted to see views when it comes to the NBA. Shout out to you, DJ Triumph. We see you,
Triumph?
What's up? And so, and the thing is, it's like I get that the WNBA players, they want to break a CBA deal. If they do get a CBA deal, but they get some more money, yeah, but it's not gonna be in the millions. It might be an extra 100 or 200,000, as you can see and everything. But I mean, and the thing is, like, look what in the WNBA player, look what Angel Reese is doing. She's not just playing the WNBA. When she has a rookie contract, which is like $50,000 a year. She's finding other ways to market herself, which she's making a millionaire. She was already a millionaire before she got to the league and everything because how she uses social media, how she brand herself and marketing herself too. So I think if WNBA players want to get more money instead of playing in the WNBA or go overseas, I'll take a chunk of what Angel Reese is doing and see if I can how it's hard to market yourself better when it comes to social media. Because if you market yourself on social media, you can get deals. I just saw Angel Reese. She just signed a shoe deal with Reeboks, and the shoe's gonna come out in 2026 and everything. She has a deal with Reese's Pieces and all the other deals. She has a deal with Beats by Dre and everything. So I think a lot of WNBA players need to focus on, hey, okay, we're in the era of social media and everything. How can I market myself? I can make more money instead of try to go overseas, which I know I can make more money. I could stay here. I can brand myself. I could do a podcast with Angel Reese is doing, and there's other things I can make money. Even though the WNBA players will get more money soon, but it's not going to come in a matter of next year or something like that. So I think for WNBA players, learn how to market yourself with social media, and that could definitely help you out with a side revenue instead of like I said, I know y'all had a record-breaking season. I know y'all made a lot of money and everything, but at the same time, you look at the research, you still was losing money in a way. So it's gonna take time to get that money. If you want to break the CBA deal, cool, but it's not gonna be as much you think it is. And I know how women they want to get paid. They want to get paid millions and everything, but you have to put in the work like the NBA did. If you put in the work, like I said, hopefully the next 5 to 10 years. You might see. I'm not saying it might happen, but you might see WNBA players having $1 million contracts.
No, I don't know. I saw a recent clip from Angel Reese. She talked about the aspect of how the WNBA don't really pay her to the aspect because right now she's staying in I think a very expensive luxury apartment. I think her apartment rent was like 10K. She said the WNBA doesn't pay for her rent. She don't do that. She pay her rent based on endorsements and also doing a different type of revenue like Jordan was stating. So it kind of shows you that the WNBA doesn't pay. But Hakeem, I'm with you 110%. The fans need to pack out the seats. That's what I keep saying. The NBA took them a while. Yeah. Remember the same story we have with some of these podcasts. Some people see these podcasts making tons of money. It took them a while to get there. They just didn't get there off of one day. It takes them a while.
But
go ahead.
Let me add on to this. To add on to what Jordan say, not everybody's gonna be an Angel Reese. Not everybody's gonna be a Caitlin Clark. Or listen, we don't even know. A lot of people didn't even know who AJ Wilson was until y'all told me. I didn't know who she was. She didn't have enough. She's the best player, but she still ain't had enough motion. These little girls had enough motion where I was starting to see them on my timeline and seeing clips of them playing.
But that's the power of marketing, though.
That is
Marketing.
true. So a lot of these players are not going to be that marketable. Even listen, it's so funny. Even Jordan Peele, when he was with the Golden State Warriors, he was one of the best players, and he wasn't like he didn't have a lot of motion like that. But his name was ringing bells. You feel me? His name was ringing bells. He wasn't in the public eye like that, but we was just hearing about him. And then, you know what I mean, it surfaced. So a lot of these people doesn't. So this is what I'm saying. The NBA, the WNBA itself, if you girls want $50 million contracts, if you want $2 million contracts, if you want any kind of $1 million contract, pack the seats up. You blame the fans why they're not coming to come see you. And don't blame men. Please don't do that. You know what I'm trying to say? For us not coming to your shows, we got the NBA we worry about. I want to go see them. My dream is to go to a Knicks game. That's my dream. I've lived, you know what I mean? And I've been to a Celtics and a Miami game. Those are my 3 favorite teams.
People need to take a quote from a famous comedian. The reason why they're famous is because they're able to pay attention to the audience. Whatever the audience don't like, they change it. So the WNBA got to pay attention to the audience. Okay, you see the arena's not packing up. So that means we need to do a better job of marketing.
Yep.
Get more exposure. They might need to go out and do more events. Like they're already overseas, but they need to probably do more than going overseas. They might have to go and when NBA right now, NBA is on right now. NBA is on. Everybody's watching NBA right now. For some reason, everybody's watching NBA. They should be getting involved with the NBA. Okay, let me go to the game. Let me get involved with the players. Let me see what do the crowd like, what do they don't like. But at the end of the day, it's all marketing. It's all marketing. That being said, guys, go ahead, Jordan.
One more thing I want to add to it. Also, would help you get more money. Make sure to have eyeballs watching the television. If you have more people watching the viewership of WNBA, you will see a lot more TV deals, like maybe NBC, ESPN will have TV deals, which they would generate revenue for the WNBA, and that's how they can make more money. You see how ESPN, you have the NBA TV on ESPN, on NBC. Now next year we're gonna see them on Amazon and everything, and we might see them on Netflix and everything because people, because TV deals want to pay to watch. I mean, TV deals want to pay the NBA to you have more viewership and everything, and that's another reason you see how these NBA players get these gigantic type of deals because they have these big TV deals because they got viewership to watch them as well. I just want to say that. We go to move on to the next topic.
Not that, but make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Right now, we're about to deep dive the different variety of topics. You already know it is Freestyle Friday. Shout out to those that are watching on the Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, guys. Make sure you follow. Shout out to those that's also watching us on X right now. We got a big audience right now that's watching us on X. We getting ready to deep dive to, the Lil Durk topics. So just bear with us just a few more longer, and we're going to deep dive to that. That being said, Jordan, go ahead. Do your thing, my brother. Do your thing.
Yes, at Lil Durk, we go ahead on the second hour. So let's start with this topic. So we're going to talk about, working in companies. If you work in companies 10, 15, 20 years, some companies might celebrate you, if you want to retire or you want to quit. Or there might be some companies, you did 10 years, and the next day, you say, hey, I put in my 2 weeks notice or you want to retire and everything. They don't do anything for you. They just say deuces and peace out. So one guy who went viral, he worked in Olive Garden for 10 years. And then after, he was done with it, there was the corporate or the managers, didn't give it no appreciation and everything. And, and he got so mad that, working at a company for 10 years, maybe a company might do something for you. But when it comes to, most of the companies, they don't do anything for you. If you work 10, 15 years, 20 years, they don't acknowledge you like that, and he was really hurt. So other than that, Hakeem, go ahead, play the video of the guy, and after that, we'll chop it up.
No, but shout out to the lovely mom, mother. Natasha Vince is also in the building. My apologies. I almost forgot about you.
Because I've been working here for 10 years. I just put in my 2 weeks, and today is my last day. And I've been working here 10 years, and these people ain't even say bye to me. These people ain't do no kind of celebration or nothing. 10 years of working for these people. Y'all live y'all life, do what y'all want to do, chase y'all dreams. Because working for a place for 10 years and they don't even say goodbye to you, it's crazy. Making this post because I've been working here for 10 years.
So yeah, he felt, that he was the guy that was loyal to his company, and did his 10 years, and after that, he ain't get nothing. And a lot of companies are like that. They don't take care of the employees like that or acknowledge them, the good service they do the good service they did for like 5 years, 10 years, anything like that. So Hakeem, what's your take on, how he feels, and most companies are not, they don't acknowledge your years of service.
Brother, this is a good topic, and all the 47 people who are watching, I know y'all can sympathize with this man. A lot of us who work minimum wage, manual skill labor jobs that doesn't pay nothing, hoping to get a raise, hoping to get a promotion, dedicating your life. A lot of y'all dedicate your life to some of these jobs. You should not give them no loyalty. Shout outs to Seville and Muhammad. Peace to the gods. You should not give them no loyalty. No job cares about you. No company cares about you. Sometimes some of these people won't even give you a cake. A lot of that's left on to the managers to do. If the manager's not a good person, he's not going to appreciate you. But let me tell you something. Appreciate yourself. Get a hustle, my nigga. Get a hustle. I mean no disrespect. I don't care about no job. I've yet to been on a job that I've ever felt like that loved me. I always got something going outside to get me some motion. Get you some motion. Sell cakes, cookies, T-shirts, something. Build something for your family. You can't leave these jobs. Half the time, they'll go put a younger person in to be your manager and to oppress you. And you're the older person. You've been there 10 years. And a lot of people don't know, we didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I might have to work at Olive Garden and toss some salads. Make some Alfredo sauce. I got you. I got no choice. A lot of y'all who grew up in the trenches, a lot of y'all at BK, McDonald's, Checkers. Some of y'all fresh out of prison. You got no choice but to be there. And we not blaming y'all, and nobody can criticize us. Life is different for everybody, but they don't love y'all. Whatever you got in your big head, please stop holding it in there. Get you some motion. Take that dream out there and do it. Even if you got to start selling plates out your freaking house, you do that. That's what's going to save you. Your hustle, not that job. Your hustle. The economy don't even want to. You could be qualified for a job. The economy don't even want to hire you. You around here walking every day, zipping up your suit, walking around with your folder or your book bag, sweating, wiping your head, getting on the bus, off the bus, getting the interviews. You don't think I know that? Some of y'all got degrees, can't even get a good job. You got to go back and slang some groceries. So don't say no allegiance to no job. You get it. If you got kids, get that job to keep some food on the table. Get you some motion with your own hustle and your own dream.
But I can you the same guy. You say you want robots to be in the workforce.
I definitely do.
So okay, David, the
I need my
mix. People gonna care less about about employees.
Listen, I am a hypocrite.
I ain't gonna say you are a hypocrite when you the same guy we were talking about. I'm like, yo,
listen, but I do want you to go out there and hustle. This is what I'm saying, because the robots are coming. You ain't gonna stop it. They're flipping. Robotic arms are flipping burgers in Cali. They're coming. They're coming.
Tell Elon Musk that.
So that means they're gonna care less about the workers. They don't need you anymore. But yeah. I know how I think everybody understand how I feel when you work for an employee for a very long time and feel unappreciative. That way you gotta understand when you punch in that clock, you dare to go to work and punch right back out. Don't give them more than what you think they deserve. Because at the end of the day, it's still an employer. They doing their job. They're not trying to get fired or they're not trying to get let go. But I know how that guy exactly feel because everybody, even everybody that's watching it right now, everybody been through that. Working for an employer that they make you feel unappreciative. You've been working there for 10, 20, certain years, and then when it's actually time to pay up, they don't pay up. And that's why I was telling Hakeem the aspect of the robots, because the robots are coming. you can't really stop it. You see how Tesla really pushing for it.
I love it.
So it's like
I
pretty
love it.
soon people gonna care less about the employees. They're gonna be like, okay, I'm you don't give me a raise in 2 weeks, Hakeem and Jordan, I'm walking out of here. They'll be like, okay,
Go ahead.
see you when I see you.
Hey,
Take
listen,
care.
a robot might make that Big Mac McDouble better than y'all. You know what I mean? Because the service ain't been that good. So, like, let's get.
Yeah, exactly. Why are we not gonna talk about Sunday night football? Because I think I
Why?
played the 49ers versus the Cowboys. Oh man.
I
The
don't know why
two
Hype talking. We put a spanking on them a couple weeks ago.
dog, I think they felt happy they might beat the 49ers on Sunday.
Sit down.
And I think for some reason I think the Cowboys still won't do bad for some reason. Even though I got them covering the spread. But go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, what the guy was saying, I do feel his pains. I have worked with multiple companies when I was 18, 20, and there was some companies I feel like it wasn't appreciated, and and you feel like you doing a good job, you're doing a good work and everything, and there's managers and corporate that just don't care about you and everything. So, and the thing is, they do care about you if you want to move up though. They care about that. Oh, you want to move up in the company? Oh, then come on, we'll show you what you do. We'll tell you how to do this. We'll tell you how to do that. That's when they appreciate it and everything. That's when they do it. But yeah, but if you put in, if you've been in the game 15 years into some companies, like Olive Garden, which, I read some comments and there was a lady who said she worked there for 8 years and then she quit and basically she got the same thing the guy did, no thank you or anything like that. So, there are some companies that are like that, so that's why I respect people when they say they're just there for the check and everything, which I definitely respect because they know what they do. They go in, they do their job, they do their job the best ways they can. They really don't think about the company like that. And once that they clock out, then they gone and everything because they know like, hey, this is a company that pays me and everything. It might give me good benefits here and there, but at the end of the day, I know the company's not really gonna care about me, especially if I'm on minimum wage working like that. So, yeah, when it comes to this, people, if you feel that way, that's just a good time. If you work with that a 40-hour job, is like what Hakeem said earlier, have a side business, do a food truck,
Yep.
do a podcast.
That's
You
my
know,
dream too.
you
The
know,
food
you
truck.
know, this like I said, there's other opportunities you can do other than working. Here in California, which basically if if you live by yourself, you basically have 2 or 3 jobs, or you're together. You might have both working, but I suggest get 2 jobs as well, especially how this economy is working on as well. So, and also for me, luckily I'm in a union, so that my company has no choice but to care, and also to have to pay up too because we have a new CBA deal coming next year, and I know I'm gonna get paid the extra bucks next year because we have a new deal coming up. So I'm grateful for that. So people, if you want to work in a company, make sure, you try to build a union or join in a union because if you join in a union, that will definitely help you out. Will get you what you need. When it comes to pay, when it comes to medical insurance, when it comes to vision insurance, all that type of things, because they got it because every 3 or 4 years they have to re-up that and put more money in so they can take care of you and everything. So um because you become unions when I'm in, I'm grateful that I'm in one and because I know I'm gonna get paid and I know my benefits are gonna be better every 3 or 4 years or so. So but my man, I feel you. But the thing is Hakeem, he quit, but he on better things.
Oh yeah, no, and
He's on better things.
let's stop right now. Shout out to Sherry Bryant.
Yes.
Nah, Sherry, don't do that to me.
Oh, Hakeem getting jealous.
Sherry, I'm just
Nah, don't do that.
Sherry, I'm just the
Oh.
Sherry Brown, I'm just the hype man.
Nah,
it's my job.
I'm hurt now. Hey, listen, Ron. I've been checking on the way before you even
He
said it.
did. I can't did say it before me, Sherry. He did.
Like,
He did it before me.
damn,
He did. Even
man.
before the show. I even asked her. He said, I was checking in. I was making sure she's doing good. He was. I
Sherry,
can't take the credit. Sherry, I
don't do
can't
that
take the
to me,
credit on
baby.
this one.
Sherry, we from the same hood. Don't do that to him.
You know why?
Go
Because
ahead.
Bobby was listening to that. Bobby was like,
Yeah.
no,
Bobby probably
it's
told her
everybody
that.
from the K. It's everybody from the KI Culture Radio family showing you love and support, Sherry, as you recover, you're doing your special time right now. So, and I'm glad that we all glad that everything went well. So we are grateful for that.
Yes,
And
we are.
hopefully see you soon. Take it easy, Sherry. Nobody's coming and take your seat. I get you saw what you said, Ron.
I think she's
Love
messing
me
with you.
out loud.
She's trying to make it real
Listen,
jealous.
listen. No, that's not true,
Well,
man.
ain't
Like,
gonna be no beef between my brother. You feel
no,
me?
it ain't. I am a little bit jealous, dude. I am jealous, though. But
And I think that's what she want to hear too.
it's natural. I am jealous, though. Good.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, but shout out to those that are watching us on Instagram. We got a few people watching us on Instagram. Guys, don't be afraid. Leave comments, even on X. X is right now, the views are going up because I think everybody's waiting for the Lil Durk conversation. But at the same time, make sure you guys comment so we give you guys a shout out and give you guys some love. Because right now on Instagram, we got Manny's watching us on Instagram. Well, we're watching us on Instagram.
Never.
We have my man Pat watching us on Instagram. We got beautiful Billions. Who we interviewed before on Chaos? Watching us on Instagram.
Alabama's finest.
I can't even remember.
Alabama's finest. Yeah.
Gotta love Dre. Dre is also watching us. Go ahead.
Beautiful Billions. Thank you for serving our country, baby. Shout out to all to active service members. Shout outs to the U.S. Army. Shout outs to the U.S. Navy. Shout outs to the Marines. Shout outs to everybody who's serving. Beautiful Billions. She was on our podcast. She's a service member. She's a United States Army sergeant. Love you, baby.
Also,
how can she say you love her in the back door? Go ahead, Jordan.
No, I never love you in the back door. I'm public.
And shout out to Space Force because they in the military branch for people they don't know.
Yes, they are.
I'm ready to work for. I'm ready to work for the Space Force.
Yeah, but shout out to I can't stop loving her from the back. You gotta love her from the front.
He said, love y'all the same. I just like that. You do. I'm jealous though. I am a jealous man.
She just wanted to make it be known out there. But go ahead, Jordan, move it on before we head to the main topic. Well, go ahead.
All right, we're on to the next topic. Ooh, let's talk about this because this is interesting. So the oldest person living in the U.S. at 115 years old has passed away. And her name is Elizabeth Francis, and she is and to me, this is my first time seeing a black woman. This is a black woman that lived to 115. That's my first time seeing that. So she passed away peacefully on Tuesday night while surrounded by family. Here, Miss Francis described herself as a person who loved people. She loved the Lord. Her faith was extremely strong. She was always, jolly, how you're doing okay. That was just her personality. And she would always say, treat people like you want to be treated. And that was her motto. She added to her grandmother. At the time of her death, Frances was the oldest living person in the U.S. and the third oldest person in the world. A global database of the world's oldest individuals, she lived most of her life in Houston, Texas. And she was born in 1909. Wow, that's over a century. That's crazy. But I'll go ahead. Can you play the clip about the oldest person in the U.S. passing away? And after that, we'll chop it up.
Person in America has died at the age of 115. Her name was Elizabeth Francis, and here she is during a celebration of her 111th birthday. Elizabeth was born in Louisiana and lived most of her life in Houston. She looks fabulous there with her little crown on. Her family says she was full of joy, always telling people to treat others as you would want to be treated. Elizabeth joked that she never smoked or drank, but ate everything. She passed away peacefully, and that's a person who lives, she's a super centenarian, as a person who lives to be 110 or older.
To live a century or so, 100 is amazing. But when you add 15 years onto that, and we already know women, they live longer than us, but to live at over a century at 115, that is amazing, extremely amazing. I want to know what she eats, what she don't eat, what she put on her skin to live that long. Because Hakeem, she has seen a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
Especially in the 1900s. A lot of stuff. But
someone like her, people supposed to be around her and listen to her stories. Because she got stories when there was like segregation, Ray Charles, all the greats, Prince, Michael, all of them. She supposed to be, you supposed to get down. But I know about, I guarantee you, like her grandchildren, her great grandchildren, hopefully took notes because it's to me that's legendary. Kudos to her. And you know what? I always heard a secret somebody told me. The secret is for someone to live long, they keep on living. They never stop. That keep
Mm-hmm.
up. That's for longevity. Is to keep on living and never stop. Even when you're in the midst of pain, just keep on fighting and never give up. I think the sooner the day you give up, that when your life ends. Of course, you can't put you nobody know when they're gonna expire. But at the same time, you still want to keep on living and keep on fighting. She looked beautiful. They like she said she left peacefully. Kudos to
And
her.
look,
Now
100 to
she can
me.
finally rest. Yeah, 100. I don't know how Hakeem enjoy. I don't want to live that long. If you ask me, 100 and something years old, mind you, I can't enjoy it. We live that long, we're gonna be here when the robots are taking over. Don't you think?
Yeah, hopefully. I want to see the robots take over the world.
It's gonna be like, all right, robot. They be like, yo, you over there. I don't feel like I don't know. Y'all remember that cartoon Futurama? Something
Yeah,
like that. I don't want to.
I love it. I can't wait.
But go ahead. I give your commentary.
Shout outs to Sherry Bryan. She says her grandmother's 96.
That's a
Anything
blessing.
after 70 is a beautiful. Yep.
It
Um,
is. It's beautiful. So
um,
you be healthy and you functional and like you're not in a
mhm.
wheelchair or something like that, but you actually moving. Beautiful thing. But go,
So a lot could say about what she says. She says, when I hear somebody say treat people like you want to treat others, and she says she ate everything. Most of the time, stress is the number one killer, and excuse me, the number one K thing in our lives. And living your life, enjoying life, praying to God, whatever faith you may have, if you're Muslim or if you're Christian, Protestant, whatever, take a second every day to enjoy your life. Take a second every day. Like today, I was able to have lunch with somebody, and I had a busy day at work and able to take lunch and sit down and laugh and kiki. It was the best thing ever. I don't usually do that. And then I had a good time. Laugh, I mean? Sometimes you don't always focus on the negative, and sometimes you need to take time out yourself to enjoy life. A lot of us don't have a lot of time on here. A lot of us might have a lot of time. If you have a lot of time, take more freaking time to enjoy life. And I'm talking to a lot of y'all who might be stressing and stuff. It's people eating out the trash, and they're able to go to the park when they save a little money to eat at Taco Bell, and that. Some of the single mothers who sleeping in their cars with their kids, when they're able to come up with a little bit of money. I'll share a story with y'all real quick, and I'm gonna land this. Due to inflation, a lot of people are hurting bad. I remember there was a single mother at a park, and because it was kind of the safest place to be, they were sleeping in the car. So I bought her kids ice cream, and it just stuff like that really. They was already having a good time being out there, and me having a little bit more. Like I know I had a little bit more than them, but they just was just having a good time. And I was like, hey, it's hot. Let me buy y'all some ice cream. I didn't need to do, but it's just a point that for them to be homeless or for them not to have much and still be happy says a true testament. So that's what I'm saying. You don't need much to be happy. It's all in here.
That's true, man. And you see how people describe her. How her personality is. You see that she wasn't stressful during her life.
No.
And in 1909, that was, if you go by all the way with who the president was, that was Teddy Roosevelt. So from Teddy Roosevelt all the way to Joe Biden, Hakeem Ryan, that's 21 presidents right there. 21 presidents. You can to see that, all the wars from World War One, World War II, what's the war on the war in the East? I forgot it, but all the wars that they talked about, seeing all the way from when baseball was started, when the NBA was started, from there to now and everything. This is amazing to see from how technology was from then and from now and everything. And it just shows you, her how she having stress in her life. She ate well, and that was really it. And she said that most of her life was in Texas and Houston. So it's a great thing. So A lot of people can learn from that, how she, live her life and everything. Maybe don't stress her in her life, eating well and everything. And you can, like I said, you can live a long, prosperous life. You can do those simple things, not having, it's really not having stress in your life. You don't have a lot of stress in your life, surrounded by family, which is another thing. If you're surrounded by family, that could definitely help you live a long time too. So, rest in peace to Elizabeth Francis. She lived a very long and well and healthy life. And hopefully we might see more. Somebody else live to 115 or even longer than that.
Facts. Fact. But like I say, the secret is to live for longevity. Keep on living and be around family and loved ones. It give you that push to keep on fighting. Guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Thank you guys for tuning in, guys, and watching us on Facebook, Instagram, X, Kick, Twitch, Rumble. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Jordan, we at the 1 hour mark, so that means what is going on in the hip hop world?
Well, this came out surprise yesterday, and we're gonna talk about Lil Durk. So Lil Durk was arrested by the U.S. Marshal for the murder to hire a Quando Rondo cousin, which he was shot and killed in 2022 here in Los Angeles, basically West Hollywood, right off Los Angeles and Beverly. So according to TMC sources, the Lil Durk has been named the feds as the top mastermind behind the murder for hire plot conspiracy, an attempt on Quando Rondo's cousins, but he was shot dead, and may have been trying to flee the country when he was arrested. TMZ he obtained a federal complaint against Durk, which hits him with a conspiracy charge related to alleged murder for hire. The complaint came on the heels of the previous indictment of 5 of his alleged only the family gang members who prosecutors say were on the scene back in 2022 of August. That is, that's all the source. So go ahead, I can play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Shout out to IB Wody, and now that's all the Ruthless Truth that's watching us right now on Instagram.
Shout out to Ruthless Truth.
Go right ahead. Lil Durk.
Now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a murder for hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Dirk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night and is being held without bond. This comes only hours after 5 people associated with his music business were also accused in taking part in that murder for hire plot. Now, the plot targeted rapper Quando Rondo's cousin, who was killed in 2022. Investigators believe it was retaliation for the earlier murder of Chicago rapper King Von.
A popular rap artist is behind bars.
Why, Durk?
Man. So U.S. Marshals, that's a fed. So they did they due diligence and they got him, Hakeem. So man, what's your take, man?
I like that. Thank you. So I've been following this for quite some time, since the inception of it. I'll be very quick and brief. A lot of y'all remember when King Von had his untimely passing in Georgia at the Hookah Lounge, which was carried out by Lil Tim. And even there, some says that some of the pew pew didn't even hit King Von. It was allegedly the police that rained down a bunch of bullets from over there that kind of hit everybody. That could have been it, but it's just speculation. But now, fast forward, a lot of the fans have been taunting Durk and said, "When you gonna slide for Von? Slide for Von." Fast forward, Quando Rondo goes to California with Lil Pap. They had been following him. Somebody made the call and said he at the hotel. They couldn't get him the first time, so they called him the second time and followed him to the gas station. Some of the guys was in an alley raining bullets down. Quando Rondo was sitting in the back seat. He was not driving. Little Pat was driving. Because, if you're famous and you got money, you make your homeboy driving. He's the muscle. So now come to find out years later, 2 years passed, We thought everything was cooked. Come to find out that these idiots use OTF credit cards. A lot of these guys are OTF affiliates. OTF Dede, another OTF affiliate. So now the feds, if you know, will let you carry on for as long as you want. When they come get you, they got something.
Right.
When they come get you, they got something. They're not playing. And as they're doing this, as they're doing, I don't feel sorry for none of them, because you want to know why? The mothers, the kids, the wives suffer in this gang war. And this silly conversation with drill music and constant people get hurt. I do not feel sympathized. I don't consider these people black. They're not black people. Black people don't put out orchestrated hits where somebody mama is crying every day, damn near can't sleep. I'll never do that. So when I seen he got locked up and stuff like that, I say, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. We got a criminal off the street. If you really doing a unalive for hire, we don't need you here. We do not need you here. And that's all I'm gonna say on it.
No, but the problem is with the Lil Durk situation, like you see, like he had a promising future. He do a lot of stuff in the community, especially when it came to the aspect of O Block. Remember, he brought Pearl back with Hakeem. He brought Pearl back over there for the Muslim community over there in O Block. Did you forget about that?
No,
brother,
I didn't forget about that. But that's later. Go listen to all his music. He was still dissing the dead.
But I understand, but that was back. But his whole lifestyle changed. Remember, he even did a song with J. Cole when you were like, All My Life, which is a really popular music that a lot of people listen to for inspiration. I think he was going in the right direction. I think at some point, these guys that end up in the industry and you see that your life is promising, you got to get out of there. Prime time. Look at Chief Keef on Hakeem. What about him? He not into no murder for hire type of situation. And you see what he's doing. He left the gang members. He left the streets. He's like, you know what? Forget all that. To me, I'm being honest. I know a lot. I know his lawyer team is gonna fight hard for him because, like I said, he generates revenue, so they're not going to let him spend his rest of his life in prison. Now, his other posses, they could care less about, but him, they see him as a gold mine. I think it's just crazy. When I found out, I was like really, really shocked by the whole situation. He was the last person I would ever think of being charged for murder for hire. Go right ahead, Jordan.
To me, this is pretty straight simple. This is for some black people. You can move out the hood, but for some black people, you can't take the hood out of the dude. And some of these rappers, they feel like they can move out the hood, but the thing is, they still have the mindset of living in the hood. And the thing is, and to me, Lil Durk fall into that story. When you said that news, Ronnie, I was surprised. I was like, wow. Murder for hire for crying out Rondo, they finally got, caught somebody that that killed his cousin and everything. Because I remember that story yesterday. I remember that when his cousin got killed, it went all over the news here in Los Angeles because they have it right off of the gas station between off of La Cienega and Beverly, which is right across the street from the Beverly Center. I know exactly where that location is at. And, that was big. And now, 2 years later, we found out, hey, Lil Durk has something to do with it and everything. And yeah, I was surprised. I was very, very surprised. But with the U.S. Marshals, the feds, when they do their due diligence, they gonna take you down. And likely it looks like Lil Durk, he was trying to flee the country and say he had put the tickets to Switzerland, Dubai, and I think Finland. I think it was the third one. But yeah, Switzerland and Dubai, he was going to flee the country today. But the U.S. Marshals, they caught him before he was going to leave the country. So because I figured Lil Durk knew something was up and everything, but when he was trying to flee, he was too late, and the U.S. Marshals caught him. And so, but yeah, Hakeem, I was just playing Ronnie about how you can leave the hood, how the hood dude can leave the hood, but the hood mindset stays there. He said you can't take the out of the ghetto, but you can't.
That pretty much that what Jordan just said. Not only that, but on why I say he was trying to buy O Block. Yeah. I'm saying he was trying to do great within his community, Lil Durk, at the King Von, expiration date. So I'm saying, okay, cool. And then I heard that by Hakeem. Rufus Shoe say, "What are you talking about?" He said that on Instagram.
He said, "Who we talking about?"
He said, "What are you talking about?"
What are you talking about?
Listen, you can't destroy the neighborhood then try to rebuild it. It's an oxymoron. Yes, I'm talking about Ruthless. A lot of these are domestic terrorists, Ruthless. Domestic terrorists. We flood the block with drugs. We shoot up the neighborhoods. We make the grandmothers scared to come to school. Then we diss the dead on the records. Then we say we're going to clean it up. And the people who's out here freedom fighting, trying to make sure the hood is okay, it's an oxymoron. It's a degenerate behavior. I do not feel sorry for anybody who engaged in domestic terrorism in my local neighborhoods, in my local barbershops, in my local thing. I want y'all to go to prison. Chain Gang, Shoe Program, Pelican Bay. Pelican Bay. Y'all need to go there. I'm not shooting blocks up. We trying to take care of the neighborhood. So if you are locked up for M for hire, we don't need you. We can't save every person of African descent.
Hey, I got a little more information. So during that 2 years, the feds had wiretaps on them. They have Durk making threats to delete others who may testify against him. And right now, likely if he come to these charges, it's either he would do life in prison or the death penalty.
No, they going for life. They rarely get people the death penalty. You gotta do something very gruesome to get the death penalty.
That's like a double mass shooting, something like that.
No, but even then, with people that do mass shoot, don't even get the death penalty half of the time. So it's like that's why you gotta do something very, very outrageous for them to get the death penalty. Now, Ruthless Shoe said over here, he said, America was built on blood. So yeah. Ruthless is going in on Instagram because Instagram, you can do different on Instagram than you can do on YouTube. But yeah, so it's just sad to see because to me, Lil Durk had a promising future. To me, I think he was going in a different direction. But like you say, sometimes that hood mentality just don't leave. But hopefully that he didn't do murder for hire, that he'll be okay. But I know Whack 100 was talking about it with DJ Academic, I think last night when the news actually broke. Because I found out when I was like really scrolling through the internet and I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, what's going on with Durk? And they said murder for hire. And I was like, oh man, I cannot say you can do up to 40 years in prison.
Yeah.
Your life is done. You'll never see a life a day. Yeah. If it's true, if he get convicted, he will never see a life a day. And I heard not only that, but they also saying people actually snitching on him and calling him the one that hire everybody. His own people's going against him. Not a good look for Durk at all. At all. So guys, not only that, but let us know what you think in the comments as well. What y'all think with the Lil Durk situation. Those are watching on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, Twitch. Let us know. Let us know what you think on the whole situation when it comes to Lil Durk. But it's just a sad situation. But the story's gonna continue to develop. Like you see, Jordan said, like more news is coming out. So hopefully by Monday when we go live again, we'll have more information on that aspect of Lil Durk. But I think it was just very, very major news when it comes to the aspect of hip hop. Because and like I said, that song what he did with J Cole, I don't even know like. I think that song about to get ready to go platinum, or it's probably already platinum already. Just that song alone. Thrown away by one stupid decision. You gotta hang with the people. Hakeem, at some point, you still gotta hang with your whole friends on the block.
Nah. If they're negative, you gotta stay away from them. You gotta be around positive people. Do you see me hang with anybody I grew up with?
No.
Okay.
Well, except Mr. Muhammad.
No. Muhammad is the brother who saved me. He introduced me to Islam. But I'm talking about the guys from Miami. A lot of them I'm still are in contact with. But, we're all living different paths. You know what I mean?
Something to really think about.
Think about, yeah. Don't, don't hurt the neighborhood. Nah, this ain't good. But like Hakeem say, It's time to clean up. It is time to clean up. Oh, wow. Why high you off the chain? He said free Durk and Diddy. Double D's.
And I think not only that, but I think he was getting ready to go on tour, if I believe so.
No, his album about to come out next month too.
Mm-hmm.
And his album come out next month.
Yep.
So good point, Jordan. Like I'm saying, he had a very promising future. Hey, Hakeem, let's be honest here. He's not built for prison.
No.
Durk is only 5'7", 151 pounds. He's not. Like Rufus said, Rufus was in the building. Well, he in the building. He's on Instagram, but he'll tell you not everybody built for prison. I'm telling you, that's a whole different life. And you know, with him, they're not gonna put him in the celebrity custody. They're gonna put him with the ruthless people.
That's true.
So, best of luck to you, Durk. Cause now he playing with the feds. We talk about that all the time.
90%. Listen, 90% conviction rate.
90%. Woo! Not a game, guys. Leave these fed people alone. Go ahead, Jordan. Let's
continue. Let's on to the next topic. So we got another big juicy topic story for you, and we're gonna talk about Steve Harvey. So after almost 10 months since that big super viral from Club Shay Shay Cat Williams came out, Steve Harvey was on the table with the other kings of comedy on D.L. Hughley, Cedric Entertainer, and now he's clapping back at Cat Williams about what Cat Williams said about Steve Harvey, and now Steve Harvey's probably coming out and he have his choice of words to talk about. He said Cat Williams' names, but we all know what he was talking about. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up. I'm changing back.
Wall, man, I'm climbing. Then you asked it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good Oba-Kaby and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not let you drink anymore the way I mean, we ain't even got.
You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey, your favorite comedian, you mean you've been waiting for him to do stand-up for 15 years now? He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Cat Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Cat Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig.
That was a whole nother situation.
He was. So Steve Harvey finally clapped back and everything, and he did make a good point about always gonna have haters, and but like I said, Hollywood's different. Hollywood see people in a different light. Some people see in Hollywood how Steve Harvey does, and some see how Hollywood might be really goes and Cat Williams goes and everything. So. And I know it took so long to Steve Harvey say something. Almost 10 months now, but he finally said something. But Hakeem, man, what's your take about what Steve Harvey?
The jig is up. A lot of y'all been on TikTok and Instagram, and the internet does not lie. They show you the clips of the jokes being stolen. They show you the clips of Cedric stealing jokes. They show even Hanging with Mr. Cooper talked about it. Bernie Mac's daughter came on it and confirmed what Cat said about how they treated him bad. They was like, and this one didn't say, no, Steve, you treated him bad. We didn't say this. This is not alleged. We're not saying this. The people have confirmed it. And if you go to and here's the funny thing. Everybody that Cat talked about are now in a round table, sitting, talking, having a group session to give each other's comfort. None of y'all have. We don't know who y'all helped. We know who Cat helped. There's so many people coming talking about it. We don't know who y'all helped. You can have 9 million followers. Doesn't mean that make you a great person. Doesn't mean that make you the best comedian ever. Steve Harvey been taking L's since he been blowing up. How many millions he done lost? That's God.
Friends out, but friends I say all the guys know Bernie more than Cat, so
They
I take their
do.
word for it.
They and yes, a lot of the guys do know Bernie, but I'm just saying, when it comes to confirming stories of Steve having a beef with him, that's not us saying that. That's people who are confirming. Bernie's daughter came on, she was on Instagram, confirming everything that Cat said. This is his daughter. We not listen, I have no gripe in this. I have no fight. I don't really care about that stuff. You know what I mean? But I don't want us to come here and be delusional about some things. Everybody has contention. Eddie Murphy and whatchamacallit had contention and they wasn't able to. That's why they never
Richard
and
Pryor did one time, but they finally made a means and they made a movie together.
No, but in the aspect of Cat Williams, do you think it's some form of jealousy there? That he jealous that he was not one of the mega star like on Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, or DL Hughley? Go ahead.
I disagree with that because when it comes to the movie thing, like Cat Williams, Cat Williams been definitely way more movies than Steve Harvey did and everything. And also, as you can see, you know, Cat Williams, he's still doing tours and everything. So,
but he's still not a big star. People talking about Cat Williams now because the aspect he was on Club Shay Shay, and for his rhetoric, people call it to be rhetoric.
Yeah, but I don't think Cat Williams don't care about being a big star because he knows how Hollywood works, and Hollywood can be very, very weird. Corey Hawthorne, he talked about how Hollywood's weird and everything. If you got to do, in order to be a big star, you got to do a certain amount of things and everything. And for me, I really don't see that Cat Williams is really jealous about that. To me, he was just telling the truth about what's going on in Hollywood and everything. And also, when it comes to comedians who's been in the game 10, 20, 30, 20 or 25 years and everything, you see how some comedians, they be stealing jokes. If they like each other, they don't like each other and all that type of stuff as well. So I just don't hear from Cat Williams. I also hear from Corey Hawthorne when he talk about how comedians, you know, how they steal jokes from somebody too. And there's not a lot of comedians who can really write their own stuff and really put it out there like that. So, you know, when it comes, like I said, when it comes to that, you know, what Steve Harvey was saying, you know, to me, I don't know why it took him so long to come out and say it already, like to come out and say what he needed to say. But, you know, but like I said, when it comes to Bernie Mac and everything, you know, Bernie Mac would come to King County, he was the best one out of all three of them, and it wasn't jealousy. It wasn't jealousy there. I mean, Hakeem said, you know, you heard stories about, you know, how there was some Steve Harvey Steve Harvey was really jealous of Bernie Mac's talent because Bernie Mac to me was one of the talented one of the talented stand-up comedians ever. You know, he's up there to me with Richard Pryor, with Eddie Murphy. You know, those top tiers of people and everything. Because, like I said, because you can play Bernie Mac right now, and like I said, everybody can relate. Everybody can relate from Bernie Mac, you know, especially living in the hood and everything. But I think Bernie Mac is more relatable to more than Steve Harvey, more than Cedric Entertainer, and more than D.L. Hughley. That's just me.
Yeah, but like why he say guys, Cat was just protecting his base. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's protecting his base. He's trying to protect his name because he knew when he went on Club Shay Shay and the stuff that was coming out of his mouth, he knew he was gonna be held accountable for. He knew there was the comedian was gonna come after him, so he had to make sure like, hey, I'm letting you guys know like when you guys play movies, they're not playing themselves. They're playing someone else. I'm like the only person I will go on movies and I will play myself, which he would. Cat Williams was the only guy I knew that he would go on movies and they would literally have roles of him pretty much being himself. Everybody else they had to play a particular part. Shout out to that Twitch watcher that's watching us now. We really do greatly appreciate it. Oh, Hakeem, I don't know. You want to read this comment here? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm 53-year-old man, white from England. Oh, shout out to England in the building.
Shout out to England's in the building.
England's in the building. He said, I might not understand you guys, but you guys sounds cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, England guy, subscribe to our Twitch and listen. Shout outs to Peckham.
Yes.
Shout outs to Peckham. Shout outs to Manchester, Liverpool. Yeah. Hey, listen. Tell the London boys we know about y'all. We know about y'all. Listen, I still got me a London fog trench coat.
Hey, they got the best fish and chips up there, Hakeem. I need to go up there. They got the
Oh
best
yeah,
fish and chips. That's where
fish and
fish and
chips.
chips came from.
Yeah,
Came
fish
from
and
the-
chips.
No,
I
but
love
I'll be honest. But I want to tell you, I'll be honest. I don't think Steve Harvey's not losing money at all. Steve Harvey, remember, he's doing a lot of
No, he is.
things, big dog.
He is, but I'm just saying, over time, you remember those 2 times he was losing money getting, you know what I mean, stuff? Look what he say. He say, you know about Peckham? I was born in London 30 years, but now I live in West Country. Yeah. Listen, you know, the funny thing is, it's a misconception. A lot of Englanders think Americans don't know about London. We do. We had to study y'all in school. So Peckham is nothing nice. Plus, thanks to the adaptation of the internet and people going viral in London, you know what I mean? There's people from Peckham who has blown up and stuff like that. So yeah, we know. I've always wanted to visit London, but I've been to Paris and stuff.
Me too.
Yeah.
I do want to. Oh, you been to Paris, Hakeem?
I've been
That's
to Paris,
dope.
yeah. Yeah, I've been to Paris and stuff.
I always want to go to London. I want to see the London Bridge. That's the one I always wanted to go. I don't even want to see the Queen Castle. You know, a lot of people like to go to the Queen Castle, but me, I just want to see the. I want to see the bridge. That bridge is beautiful.
The bridge. God bless the Queen. God bless the Queen. Let's go. He said, "Oh, it's the same for us English guys. We know a lot about the U.S. We get our news here all at the time. Same
Of course, international news. Of course,
international. Yeah. So,
but shout out to England that's in the building. Really do greatly appreciate it. I told you guys, I told you guys, Carol Coach Radio is gonna be the biggest thing on the planet. Now that, but shout out to Dale Long. I was also watching us on Instagram. Really do greatly appreciate it. Now that, but Dale Long, also congratulations. I heard the good news for you as well, my brother.
Congratulations. He just had a baby. Congratulations, everybody. Show Dale. Listen, I know. Listen.
Congrats.
I know a lot of y'all might not like the man, but the man just had a baby, and we got to celebrate the life of the kids. It's about the babies. The man is about the babies. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hello, the Queen died a few months ago.
Hey, he said we got King Charles now, but to be honest, royalty isn't the big thing. No, I get it. Hey, I know that was one of your top slogans. God bless the Queen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so
it was
just to show love and solidarity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because we ain't got no
king. He is a King Charles.
King Charles. No, we ain't saying King Charles. Listen, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't got no queen here. It says, "Oh, I have a 15-year-old daughter. She's my world." God bless you, brother. Hey, listen.
Hey, I'm a girl too, man. So I feel you.
Our co-host here, you can't see him. The background's done. He has a daughter too. He just became a new father. Kids are the future. They're the backbones of society.
Facts.
And we got to protect the kids and the women. Y'all heard here first on Chaos Culture Radio. Protect the kids and the women.
The biggest podcast on the planet.
That's it. We don't care about nothing else. Protect the kids and the women. The men, we built this country so we are made to die off. And that's our job here. That's our plan here. We here to raise the babies, put the women up front. We make the society do. They'll write our names in tablets in the buildings.
I love you guys. Thanks. We got a new fan. Appreciate it.
Love you too, man. Best wishes to you, man. Hey, yo, and you're a good father. Stay on your dreams. Stay on your purpose. That's all that matters. Everything doesn't matter. Family.
Now, but shout out to those also watching on Edge. We got a huge audience right now watching us over there.
Shout out to
guys. Don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to comment. You know, some people are afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to comment.
Catch you on the flip side. Yep. Yeah. Hey, X. Don't be. You know what I mean. Y'all don't be afraid. Please subscribe to the Twitter handles. Subscribe to Ronnie Ron. Subscribe to Chaos Culture Twitter. Subscribe. We here to put out good content. We ain't playing no games. We trying to take over the world all over. Listen, we trying to go to London. We trying to do shows in London, France, Paris, Switzerland, and Swaziland. You know, and we trying to go down under to Sydney. So we're just not a US based podcast. We're a world podcast. I want to put the London fog back to work. So help me get there.
We'll go right ahead, Jordan. Continue. But shout out to what's that? Oh, hey, what's going on, Angel?
He says
Monica and Remy Ma, who will win a fight?
Definitely, Monica. She from Atlanta, and she would she would never win. Not with Remy. Miss Angel, have you been to the Bronx?
Your Bronx is rough.
Sweetheart, do you see how
Them girls
Remy
are rough.
look? Remy is taller than her and a little bit physically built her. You got to understand, this is a girl who did 7 years for letting go of pew pew in somebody's face. Pew pew. Like Monica will get dragged down to her feet.
Yeah, because Monica's just she's just a pretty girl. She's not a fighter like that. No,
she's a buck soaking wet.
Remy Ma like to box too, I heard. So
yeah, like
Remy really about that. She really about that.
Shout outs to Joshua in London, our beloved.
Remember, she dated Papoose. Well, married to him.
Yeah,
I show you, like she's about that. But go ahead, Jordan, continue.
All right, on to the next topic. So a man went viral. He was talking to somebody on the podcast, and he was saying how man is afraid to hurt women's feelings. It's like, sometimes we want to tell women something, but we don't want to make them sad or make them cry and everything. So we might wait to the right moment to say something, or we just don't say nothing and all pass it to something else and everything. And then it might come out and everything. And the woman say, "Why would you say that?" Then it comes to the conversation, and then she get really mad and everything. So go ahead, Akeem, play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
I think about like how am I going to say this where she's not going to be offended by what I'm saying, and if she's the issue that I'm going to bring up, I got to say it in a way that is not going to hurt her feelings, so I'm not here patting her back while she's crying about the problem that I'm trying to bring up. Like, so you got to think about all of these things, and then you got to wait for the right time, because depending on what it is, you can't just come out and just drop it when you're ready for it. You gotta pick. You gotta make sure that, like, I didn't catch you on a high right now, like a high, like something great that's happened to you, so I don't want to blow your high. I can't catch you when you're already sad about something, because I'm just gonna just make it worse. You know what I'm saying? If you moody or anything, I gotta hit it. I gotta hit the pocket just right, that you don't react to it in a negative way, and you potentially take it in the spirit that I'm trying to give it. And once you got that down, it's still 50-50.
So that's self-explanatory and everything. So there are some men. Well, I'll say men. Some men in general that are afraid to break, hurt their women's feelings when it comes to some type of conversations like that. But what's your thoughts about Ronnie? Do you feel like men are afraid to hurt women's feelings, and also for yourself, are you afraid to hurt a woman's feelings by speaking the truth?
Not really. I'm not afraid to hurt a woman's feelings by speaking the truth. I'm gonna speak my truth, but at the same time, the reason why men are afraid to pretty much to tell the woman the truth when it comes to being pretty much being unhappy, because that's what we've been taught. We're taught to not be vulnerable. We're taught not to express ourselves, and also we are taught that we can't tell a woman certain things because of her quote unquote feelings. But no, as a man, if something's bothering you or you're not happy within a relationship, you should let that woman know, but in a smooth and a seductive way that it don't make you come off to being emotional, because women are emotional beings, so they supposed to have that form of aspect. But when a man become too emotional or too erratic within his emotion, then the woman become masculine, then that's when both party clash. But to me, I'm not afraid to speak my truth. I think Hakeem knows that. Jordan, you know me very well, so you guys already know I'm not, especially when it comes to women, I'm not afraid to speak my truth. If something bothering me, I'm learning now that sometimes I gotta really pretty much hold on a minute, cool off a minute before I actually go in, because I actually goes in. And sometimes I can also become very unhealthy if you don't know how to express yourself the right way. As a man, you gotta know how to express yourself the right way, but not too erratic. As you can see, that someone within this space is already dealing with that right now. But go ahead, Hakeem.
In the past, I used to be very afraid because a lot of us are taught to love and cherish women and care about their emotions and want to coddle and cater to them. A lot of men will lie, and this is the reason why a lot of men lie, because we don't want to hurt your feelings, because y'all can't handle honesty. And if we give you honesty, you criticize us for it, or you'll try to flip it around and say it's not true. So this is why a lot of ghosting happens, a lot of lies happens, and this is why we do that. But I've grown. I'm older now, and I tend to get to a point that if you love me enough and I say something, we need to work through that. And some of you women, if y'all can't have situation awareness and not be so hurt, the problem is y'all haven't had to be told the truth for so long, and a lot of people lie to y'all about a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of things y'all believe, and sometimes even us telling you the truth is disrespectful to y'all, and that's the point. Is disrespectful to y'all. Now we standing on business, and we like this. We don't care if you get mad and say, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore." You're gonna lose somebody like me, or you'll never find nobody like me, sweetheart. It's 8 billion women on the planet. 8 billion. I love you enough to tell you the truth, to tell you that it smells like fish. It smells like fish, man.
No, but it's the way you say it.
No, no,
That's
no.
what sometimes women say
Mikey, I
all
know
the
you're not
time. Is
gonna
how
say
you
that.
is the way you say it, how you say it.
Huh?
Natasha, I am
You
that
ain't gonna say
dude.
that.
Like
I
I'm telling you,
work.
I am that dude. I'm learning how to turn that down now. Because I would tell you to be quiet and stand in the corner. That I would get to that dark place.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
want to go to that. Don't you don't want to?
No.
King, no, I will get to that
Yeah,
dark
now he'll
place.
get there. I'm not saying it like that. I might say, babe, let's take a shower together.
You know what I'm saying? It's how you say it,
Yeah.
and they would know like, okay, I'm smelling. See, a woman could be straight direct with a guy,
Yeah.
because they know guys can take it. They were like, baby, man, you smell.
Yeah, yeah.
So then
You
I
know
need
what I
to
mean?
jump in the
But
shower. You can't tell that to a woman. Hell no.
listen, girls are ruthless with men. They say you funky. Do you smell
Now I'm
like
trying to tell you,
ourselves?
but
Yeah,
we can take it because we
we can
supposed to
take
have
it.
tougher skin and be like, okay, cool. Babe, I'm laughing. Okay,
Hey,
I'm thinking. Let me jump in the shower. But you tell that to a woman? Oh no.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you might need to get ruthless. If she get ruthless with you, I'm talking about if you already getting gangster with me, I'm gonna have to tell you, hey, it smells like fish, baby. Let's check your pH balance.
stay
But then,
inside. You don't want to go outside. Smell like fish. Stay inside.
You know what I'm saying?
the
Like,
one I have I give you one in the face. Don't try to change. It's too ruthless, man.
you know what I mean? Or if I'm spreading the cheeks, I say, babe, did you wipe down there?
And
No,
then
keep
man,
it
look at
clean down there. We can
why
keep
I say
washing
lying
down there.
works. Why I say lying works. It works. It works better to tell her only what she makes her happy.
Oh my God.
Man, lying, when you lie to a woman, you gotta maintain that lie. It's not easy to maintain. And sometimes when you lie, sometimes you forget you screwed, bro. Forget about it. Go
Hey,
ahead, Jordan.
I'm gonna say this: if you're gonna lie, you gotta live with that lie. You gotta die with that lie. But going to tell the truth, me, I'm more of a Ronnie side, But I'm direct, but I say it in a smooth way because every girl I ever had, including my wife right now, I always tell the truth. Except if they're always try to super something and everything. And the thing is, it's like and also if a woman can handle that, she'll have more respect for you because she'll say, hey, even though you might hurt my feelings, it hurt a little bit, he still got my back. He don't have to lie for me about any type of things and everything. If I smell down there or my hair, if you like my hairstyle or clothes, anything like that. So to me, I'm more of being honest. Don't be brutally honest now, but just be honest, And if they can't take it, that's not the right woman for you. You got to change your ways of trying to lie. Tell the truth. Go ahead, I can't.
And you're right. I want to point something out because there was a young lady I spoke to not recently, and sometimes it's good just to have open dialogue and to be like, what do you like? And I asked her, I say, hey, how do you like your man? She said, I like my man to be groomed, smells nice. I like for your nails to be cut. I say, she's already setting a standard, which you see how that's not offensive. So in my mind, I say, okay, I already know. The next time I'm around you, I got to have my hair cut. I got to make sure I don't have no dirt under my nails. I got to make sure my clothes is fresh. So it's good when you first meeting people having an open dialogue and be like, hey, you want to know something? I like my girls to smell fresh too. I don't like girls to wear makeup at night if you land in the bed. You know what I mean? And the box gotta be clean. The box gotta smell summer eves fresh. Summer eves fresh. No pH balance off. You know what I mean? And when you start having these conversations, they know that, okay, he wants that to be there. You know what I mean? And you will be okay. So I think it's good that we're old. We're older. We should have these conversations. Because
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. But the problem is why we're not having these conversations because a lot of men are afraid to because of the amount of backlash they might get towards the woman. No, have those conversations. That's your woman. You want her to smell a certain type of way. You invest in her smelling a certain type of way.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not. And if you want to have somebody that has a certain standard about them, you gotta. If you like them enough, they're gonna meet your standards. You gotta meet theirs. I always, if I'm gonna meet you, I gotta take a shower before I go meet somebody. Put deodorant, spray some cologne. That's just common sense stuff. But still, you want to be extra careful if you know a person have a standard.
Correct. Facts upon facts. But a lot of men, I don't understand why. I keep telling them relationship is not hard. I think we make it hard. We make it difficult because a man or like why I say a man realize women like to be lied to. There is some women that do like to be lied to, and there's some women that also can take the honest truth. I can't say put all women on. I can't put all women in the mix of that. I just can't do it. But go ahead, Jordan. Moving forward.
All right, on to the next topic. So this woman went viral, and she talked about how she broke up with her boyfriend while on her trip, and how she broke up was it's going to be surprising to you guys. So go ahead, clean play her story about how she broke up with her boyfriend and what he did once they got towards that trip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Am I wrong for breaking up with my boyfriend because he decided to DoorDash on a trip that we had in Florida? Mind you, we were only there for 72 hours, so why are you trying to DoorDash on a 72-hour trip? So anyway, one day my boyfriend hit me up and he was like, oh, I want to take you to Florida. Let's go have some fun. So I'm all hyped and I'm all geeked to go. But, I've already been to Florida before. Well, I lived there. I lived there for a significant amount of years. But I'm still hyped to go because it's with my boyfriend, my man, whatever. So anyway, he was like, I want to take you to Florida. Let's go have some fun. Let's just get away for the weekend, a few little hours. You feel me? So anyway, we driving down there and stuff like that. And I'm assuming that he has everything taken care of because he was just get in the car. So we get down to Florida and we pull up, to this motel. I'm just like, why the fuck are we at a motel? That's what I'm thinking in my head. But I'm like, you know what? If that's all he can afford, that's just all he can afford. Oh well, I'm with my man, so I'm happy. So anyway, we get inside the little motel and it just looked crazy up in there. But I was like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna. Am I wrong for breaking up with my boyfriend because he decided to DoorDash? Not even gonna say nothing. So anyway, I tell him like, man, I'm hungry. Like, let's go get something to eat. Like, let's go get some seafood. Let's get some crab legs or something. Like, let's go do something. Let's go eat by the beach. He was like, before we, start eating and stuff like that, let me just go dash real quick. Dash? The rest of the trip was just terrible. Whenever we try to go to the club, oh, I need to dash real quick. Let's go get some groceries. I need to dash real quick. Let's go to the beach. You can go sit in the sand. I'm gonna dash while you sitting in the sand. Like, what? Come on, like, am I wrong?
That's cap.
So anyway,
that's cap. I don't believe that story.
Listen, y'all not ready for what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
I can't. Yeah, that story is straight up cap. Now, let's say the story is true, right? Let's make up this information. Let's say because she said let's go to the beach. We already know what beach she's talking about. South Beach. It's Miami. You know what she's talking about, Miami. To me, I think for men, stop flying girls out if you don't have the money to do so. Stop doing it. There's nothing to prove. Hey, you don't have the money to do so. Or if you do have some form of little change you want to spend, to me, budgeting is always good. To me, like she stated, I'll go with what she stated. If you don't have a money for a nice hotel or you want to stay in a motel, Make sure it's nice, make sure it's clean, make sure the woman's comfortable. But most women don't mind because they stay in time with the man. Now the woman said she want to go to eat, let's go to the beach. You as the man, you supposed to take lead. You supposed to take leadership. You supposed to take charge. You be like, hey, I don't think the beach is a good idea. I don't mind going to the beach. I don't mind going to this particular restaurant. You the man. You set the rule. You set the standard. Remember, she's following your lead. How you move things, how she gonna follow. Now based on this gentleman here, you can tell. Let's say that, like I say, Hakeem Joe. Let's say the story true. He wanted to DoorDash while he's on a vacation trip. I think that was like very immature. I think that was stupid because I won't do that. I'm on vacation. I'm not DoorDashing nowhere. That way you save enough money to make sure you and yourself is straight. You're not supposed to be door dashing. So I think his priority was all out of whack, and that's a turn on for a woman. I'm just being honest. But go ahead, Hakeem.
So, it's crazy because I've been in this situation before. You know what I mean? And
oh, you have. You have.
I'm not gonna lie about it. I'll be lying to say that I remember that I had done maybe I really wanted to take somebody out, and I had done Uber the whole day to come up with some money to take her out. The fact of the matter is, bro, the fact that he took her out and wanted to take her out but didn't have enough money says that he really cares about her. Men are not taking women out on dates. A lot of people are struggling. The fact that she see the effort, women talk about effort. He tried to put an effort into that. And the fact that she couldn't realize that he was struggling and you still let him pay for everything, that makes you a snake. He doesn't need nobody like you.
But he flew her out.
No, he did flew her out. And I get that. And you want to know something? I agree with you. He shouldn't have took her out on a date. But here's the thing. If you've been with a man, if you say that's your man, you've been with him long enough, you should already figure out, his finances is there. Most women know when your finances is there. If he couldn't take you out to Florida, how was he doing on a day-to-day basis with you? You noticed and you didn't say, don't worry, babe, I'm going to pay for the food in this week so you don't have to dash. You know what I mean? And he said he sound like he's pretending.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're not a match because he has to pay for everything and she don't want to pay for nothing. She said that's my man.
But that's why you had the conversation. But that's why you had the conversation in the beginning. Like, hey, I'm going to Miami. Let's say, okay, because we know it's Miami because you say the beach. I know there's other beaches in Florida, but I know that's the one people talk about the most because that's the most expensive is Miami. But let's say, okay, you go to Miami. You know Miami's expensive. You're not just going to say, oh, I'm going to take you to Miami. Like, if a baby like, baby, I'm paying for the motel. Pay for us when we go out to eat. Most men know. I know a lot of men would disagree with that, but that's what they say. Okay, because your money's not long enough. Hey, I'm not able to tell you to. If we go to the beach, I'm letting you know you gotta might have to pay for the food, or you want to follow my lead. I don't want to go to the beach. I might go to Jimmy Diners. You're over there on North Miami, which you already know. I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
So to me, it's embarrassing. As a man, it's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing.
It is.
Yeah, go ahead.
He probably was embarrassed of her to go public. Maybe that was the case, but still, that could have been. But the thing is, for you had the DoorDash throughout the whole situation. Like you just got to be like something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. For me, this is what I think. This when it comes to like trips and everything. This is how you have a real one, right? So, he took her to Florida out, motel, he went cheap and everything. But, if the thing is like, if he said he had to go DoorDash, my thing is, if a real woman say, you know what, babe, you don't have to DoorDash. We on vacation. You know what? I got you. They were taking me out. You should have talked to me about, how the funds are going to happen and everything. But the real one will tell you, Hakeem, Rodney, hey, you know what, babe? I don't want you to do DoorDash. I got you. We'll figure it out. And that's where you have a real one. But there are some women you like, we take them, fly them out and everything. Or if you get a motel, they might say, once they see the motel, they might see there's something wrong with that. Say, oh no, I'm not doing all that. But the thing is, it's like she wasn't funny style like that. But the thing is, she should have been like, you know what, babe, finances worry about later, but after that, I got you. Don't do DoorDash. We on vacation for a couple of days, and let's enjoy vacation. Simple as that, But I know for a man, it's definitely embarrassing like that. For him, knowing that he ain't had enough funds to, just to fly her out, and get a motel, not do anything else, that's on his hand. To me, if you want to do the whole thing, just say, hey, babe, I got the tickets to fly out. I got the tickets to the motel. Hey, but when it comes to like food and stuff, keep take care of that. And most women don't have a problem with that. If you be real with them and honest with them. And the man should have been honest with him about the rest of the funds that he didn't have. And as long as you're honest with your woman and everything, some women would take it and say, okay, no problem, I'll take it. Or they're just like, hey man, I ain't with it. I need you to pay 100% on that type of thing. So I don't think it's not gonna work out like that. But usually if you got the right one, if you be real with her, hey babe, I'll pay for the tickets and I'll pay for the hotels. But when it comes food and stuff, you hook up with that. Usually they're not gonna say no because you already got them. You already got them a flight. They already super excited about that. You find them out somewhere, and also you got somewhere to stay. They cool with that too. So as long as you communicate with your woman and say, hey, I'll take care of this. If you can take care of that, it's fine. But the thing is, he didn't really say it like that. And she was the type of woman to say, hey, you doing DoorDash? Well, we on vacation. No, I'm not doing that. I got to break up with you. Which I think, I don't believe the story 100%. Ronnie, I think it's a cap story, but if it was the case like that, you already know your man's financial situation and everything. So for you to do that while on vacation, I think that was kind of dumb.
And I heard that, but I agree with Hakeem's point of view too. She's ungrateful too at the same time.
Thank you.
Because I get your point of view, Hakeem, because I'm thinking about it now. She does sound ungrateful because he going the extra mile to make sure you have a good time. He paid for the motel. But I would say that why you gotta have strong conversation. You gotta understand the type of woman you're dealing with too. If a woman wants you to pay for everything and she dish out nothing, then that ain't the woman for you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that ain't the woman. But he should already know because the type of woman. Let me see her picture. The type of woman she is, she look like she's a city girl anyway. So this is about her personality. So you already know she's about money. So if you know she's about money, if you know your money ain't long, that ain't the type of girl you're supposed to be flying out.
Look.
Yeah, she ain't the type of woman you should be flying out. I'm just being honest.
No. You got to spend a bag on me too.
But that's why you have a but he act like he got it. Cause most guys act like they got it when they fly a woman out. And then when the woman say let's go to South Beach and your money ain't long enough, then you need to reevaluate yourself and your decision. And I think that's why a lot of men are angry at women, but I'm like, you the one that flew her out. Stop flying them girls out. Go ahead, Jordan.
And the thing is, that the woman say, "Hey, I need you to pay for this or pay for that." They're not capping. That's what they want you to do. So you fly that woman out to to South Beach and everything. No, they want to go to the beach. Gonna spend some things. The man should be surprised. Gonna spend some things.
Listen, Jordan. Most men not even taking girls out on a date. He said, "Let's go to Florida." She just said he paid for the motel. She was already complaining about that. Girl, women are not even getting the basics.
Right.
Yeah, they're not.
That man is doing a lot, and you say, "Oh," and you might say, "Oh, up your game." Girl, men are not doing the basics.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he even paid for a hotel and you didn't have to come out your pocket.
I bet you he found that motel on Groupon. I bet you got on Groupon, Hakeem. I bet that's what he did. Which is smart. Which that's a smart man. A very smart man.
Smart man, he put it in the motel because he knows the motel cheaper. He gonna use that extra money to do something else with it.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Facts.
Most girls who into love would have said, "Babe, I'm gonna go to the supermarket down the street from the hotel.
Let's cook.
Let's cook. I'll whip something in here, bro." Listen, if your man is doing the most, you gotta do something, man, because y'all gonna get to another level. He could say, "I can invest in you more." But if you not, then put your head on the pillow, bend over. That's all you good for. Because if you about money, I just need to sample the product, man. There's no investment after that.
But Hakeem, how was your experience when you went through that type of experience? What was the end result?
The girl didn't stop talking to me because she said I was too broke. Because I was only able to afford a meal. Like I was able to afford her meal and her drinks, and I had got something small, but I had DoorDash the whole day. I had Uber the whole day. This happened a couple of years ago because I really wanted to but I was at that time, I was struggling, and she was like, "Oh, you're not gonna drink nothing?" I said, "No, I'm good. I'll just get a water." You know what I'm trying to say? And sometimes a lot of women don't understand the effort a man has to put in to try to show that he cares about you. And yes, we're not all in your same financial position. We all wasn't born with a silver spoon in our mouth. A lot of us go through things to try to get to a top. Most men don't reach their financial strive till in their 40s. You know what I mean? But as we getting there, and a lot of us are not women. Some of y'all are able, not saying all of y'all, some of y'all are able to have people to finance y'all up until the point you get your good job. Men don't have to. All of one of us had to get it out in the mud. Our parents ain't paid for college. Nobody ain't signed loans for us. We had to get it out the mud. I got student loans now, and we still trying to get it out the mud. So when we get there, that's why we're a bit aggressive and we're a bit criticizing about things, because nobody helped us or nobody did enough for us but our parents at times. So when women come into our lives and we're spending money, you don't know. I work hard for this. And if I'm giving it to you willingly, understand where I'm coming from. No matter how messed up the guy's job is, if you're spending some money on it, it's hard for us to make this. And we got, you know what I mean?
Natasha, I'm with you with the aspect of communication. I'm heavy on communication. Communication is very important with me. That's why I don't play around with it. Communication.
But Natasha, I'm gonna also disagree with you too. Communication is important, but you have to have situation awareness. If you've been dealing with a man, Natasha, you've been with him enough. Women are nosy by nature in their man's life. You're gonna already ask him questions and know that he ain't making enough money by how y'all been going about your life. So you would have already stopped and said, "You sure you got enough to take us out there?" Or you would have been like, "Babe, you do this and you do that." She didn't say none of that because she feels like a lot of y'all feel like y'all don't have to pay for anything.
But Hakeem, there is some women they do tell you up front, like, "Hey, do you need any help?" Most men say, "No, I'm good. I got it."
Yeah.
Now, if you that type and say, "Hey, I got it," then that's on you.
Because it's embarrassing to ask for help. We've been conditioned to not ask for help. We've been conditioned to say, "Man, she ain't gonna respect me until I pay for everything." She's not no wife type. The wives are the one who looking out. Those girls who say, "Babe, I got this, don't worry," or slip the money under the table. It's a hurtful feeling to know that a woman has to cover some, but unless you understand, it's like, "Baby, don't worry, when I get on, I got you. I got you." A lot of y'all don't understand that. We have to struggle. He said, women are not going to tell you about student loans. No. Women are not going to tell you about it because they got it. And they expect you to help pay for their student loans.
Which you don't have to.
No, we don't have to. So I'm telling you
this. But most of the time we chose to. And then we get later mad at the woman because we chose to pay for that woman's student loan. We don't have to help.
Yeah.
We don't have to help no woman. Most women right now, they're working on their own. They say they don't really need no help.
Listen, for me to pay your student loans, you got to scrub my body inch by inch.
Bro, them student loans is crazy for some of these women. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm asking. They want us to pay for everything. That's why I'm charging a high premium to date me. Toenails clip, on-demand sex, feet scrub, facials. You got to give me facials, pedicures, manicures. Go ahead.
I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. But that was I agree with Natasha. I think we gotta have those uncomfortable conversations. You gotta have conversation, and you gotta know what type of woman. Like, how can you state all the time the type of woman you're dealing with and the type of woman you vet? So it's up to you. You preach about that. So if men can understand that, then they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I think he made a bad decision trying to fly her out. I think he thought he was gonna do a good gesture, which he did, but she was just ungrateful.
Very
and those type of women, you throw them away, you throw them all
She's
away.
A snake.
Away. He thought she trashed me, but at the same time, I'm not too mad at her because he's the one that made the decision to fly her out, knowing that he ain't had the type of money to do so. That was on him.
Snakes.
That's why. She said, "Oh, you got a new list now, Hakeem."
Yeah.
The husband they got a new list.
Yeah. Hey, body scrubs, polka dot dresses. Yeah, the polka dot dress is mandatory. That's after the first date. I'm gonna buy you one to wear because we're gonna go to church on Sunday, and I might want to see you on Saturday wear that.
You like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time, like always. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kid, and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. And also very important for those that are also watching on Rumble, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow It's so very important so you never miss when we actually go live. Shout out to Y High that was also in the building. The lovely Natasha Vincent, the mom mother, was also in the building. Shout out to the lovely Mimi, co-host of the Psychic Avenger, was also in the building. Shout out to No Chaser, who also was in the building. We really do greatly appreciate. Shout out to our new Twitch subscriber over there on New England. Really appreciate you, big dog, for coming through the building. Shout out to Abby Wody, that's also in the building. Shout out to those that also that was watching us on Instagram. You know, you had Rufus watching us on Instagram.
Oh,
Pat,
yep.
Big Pat was watching us on Instagram. Beauty was watching us on Instagram. Shay was watching us on Instagram. Shout out to Manny, who also was watching on Instagram. PJ was also watching us on Instagram. We really do greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the lovely, you know, Sherry Bryan, Bobby Bryan, Sherry Bryan. We're still praying for you. Hopefully you have a good, speedy recovery, and we will see you soon. And thank you for tuning in. Even though I know right now you're in the hospital, you still tuning in, still showing us love. We really do greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Mr. Muhammad, who also in the building. DJ Triumph, who also was in the building. Joshua, who also was in the building. In the building. Angel, who also in the building. We really do greatly appreciate it. Hakeem, your side, who was in the building?
Okay, shout outs to, there's two of the Shiesty Avengers that was watching. And Cuban the Goddess. Shout outs to Mentorala, Jazzy Bree 88, Chris Schoon 01, It's Low Baby 13, Pinky Minaj, Spaz Out Rex, Dreadhead _Gen 92.
That's Rex. Rex. All right, shout out to Rex. That's my homeboy. That's who got.
Oh yeah, shout out to Spaz Out Rex. Yeah.
Shout out to Keisha. Keisha Nelson was also in the building watching us from Facebook.
Shout out to Keisha. Roxbury Finest.
And Natasha said, Prince Hakeem need to have a one-on-one with Supreme God PH Diva.
I do.
How about those lists?
Yeah. And any woman who dares want to enter the Prince Hakeem universe, body scrubs.
And now that aside to the lovely Sophia Grace, guys, make sure you subscribe to her channel. She Rising Soul. She's a very heavy supporter of the channel. We really do greatly appreciate it. Also, Ashton Williams, the creator of the Shiesty Avenger, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I think he's going live right after us. Yesterday, he went on live for a very long time. You know, he's sharing some information. Go ahead, Hakeem. What are you doing?
No. I was just blowing the kiss. Blowing the kiss to all the ladies out there.
Hey, lovely Mimi. It is Happy Friday. Because I know some of you guys gonna spoil your weekend. Not for me and Jordan. We still gonna be working. We always working, and Hakeem as well. We always working. See, we don't stop, won't stop. I'm gonna say chaos. I'm not gonna say bad boys, but who knows? But shout out to you guys. And not only that, but shout out to Daryl Long. Also, congratulations again, my brother, on his new journey. So hope everything goes well with you. But guys, make sure y'all go and subscribe to Ashton Williams. He close to 1,000 subscribers. So guys, let's help him.
Let's get there.
Let's let him get there.
Yeah.
TikTok, we coming soon. We coming soon. TikTok, we coming. We gonna be live on TikTok very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. Because we on all the major platforms. Thank you guys for always download. Thank you guys for always listening. I mean, KL Culture Radio, the biggest thing on the planet. Not only that, but guys, make sure you go to KL Culture Radio description where you can find the KL Culture Radio t-shirt, the KL Culture Radio hat, the KL Culture Radio coffee mug, the KL Culture Radio sweaters are out now. We're still working on the jackets. So just bear with us on the jacket. And also, make sure you go to KL Culture Radio community tab as well. You can find Prince Hakeem's book, of course. And also, when we share information, when we don't go live or something comes up or any current event. So, guys, make sure next year we got a lot of things coming. And now, guys, be on the lookout. We do got an exclusive interview dropping later on this week. So, guys, make sure y'all have y'all notification on. He's an up-and-coming singer.
Yep.
It's going to be really, really dope.
Out of Atlanta.
The last interview was really, really dope. If you guys missed it, go and check it out.
Hey.
But we were trying to interview a politician. The guy never hit me back up. But
hey.
It's
everybody,
fine.
And you also tell people if there's anybody interesting you want us to interview and we'll present them here on the show.
Yeah,
hit us up. Our social
hit us
media
up on the Instagram. Yeah, it's all in the description, and also it's on IG. Y'all can hit me up on IG. No fine, I can set it up. People been hitting me up and say, "Hey, Ron, I want you to interview this person, And me and Hakeem and Jordan, we come together and we interview that person. Because remember, you guys are making this show the biggest thing on the planet. We can't take credit for that. So we really do greatly appreciate you guys so much. X, make sure you guys follow us because I
Follow
see the
us.
numbers are going up on X. So guys, make
Follow
sure
us.
you follow us so you never miss it when we go live.
Never miss it.
Never. On the KL Culture Radio side, on Hakeem's side, my side, Jordan's side, make sure you guys follow us. And you know, it's crazy. It's crazy enough. We never thought in a million years we'll be where we at now.
No,
we are
never.
because of you guys.
Hey, listen, help us get to our own studio. We need a studio in California. We need to move to Cali soon. Help us get there.
In Detroit, in Dallas, everywhere, in London.
In London. Help us get there, people, so we can bring you the content and we can produce content that you like. We want to produce an all-women's podcast. We would love to do that for y'all. That mirrors us and have the same type of personality as us. We need somebody as ruthless as us too.
Thank you for tuning in to KL Culture Radio, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Please be safe out there, because this is a different world. We over and out.